must be blinded. There you go, there you can recognise me with the hat. Oh, or without the hat. Okay, turn around again so I can see the screen. Excuse me, I'll turn away while I dab my nose. It's a bit cold today. Oh, it's better. There we go. So wait until somebody arrives and then I'll start to see where I am. Present, I shall have a rest. In fact, I may as well wander. No point. Some people look at this later on and think, why is he just sitting on a bench rather than doing something? So, hi Scott, how you doing? What a day this is, isn't it? A few winter days like this, it will be marvellous. You should be working, by the way. Oh no, it's a holiday. That's a holiday for you, of course it is. Well, I thought I was doing that today and then discovered when I got there I was the only person turning up. Oh dear, a long moment. Right, I'm going to turn this round so you can see a bit. There we go. There we are. In the Lanarkshire village of Straven. Which is in Central Belt, Scotland. And is an old market town. If you were on my live stream yesterday, I was in Cumbernauld, which I don't think has ever been a market town. I may be wrong. So overlooking Straven just now, right over the town, although the town is maybe more to this side. And there's the War Memorial, which I intend going to and flying my drone from that hummock over the town. If you check out later on my channel, you'll see some drone footage, hopefully taken from there, plus some I took earlier, about half an hour earlier. I was down there, you see that church with the spire, there's two of them. The one on the right is a lovely looking church from the front, with a nice park area in front of it. And I launched a drone from there, flew up the front of it, flew round over the back, and that was quite fun. It's good to get the practice doing these things. I don't think I can do any damage with a drone my size really, unless it landed hard on your head. The drone is liable to come to more harm than a building or I am. But yeah, so I came up to the graveyard. If I go anywhere, I always think it gives you a good idea of the feel of a place. If you go to the graveyard, it gives you a bit of the history. For a start, it will give you an idea of the age of the village or the town that you're in. You can just look for the oldest gravestone you can find, which is what I tend to do. Sometimes you get some sad stories on the gravestones, and that's the way life goes. Yeah, it has a balloon festival here. I think this year they couldn't fly. I think it was too windy. and they didn't manage anything, which is unfortunate. I've been at it maybe once or twice and much enjoyed it. It's good seeing the big colourful globes, you know, drifting across the sky here. There's a big play park over that way, I think, and they'll launch them from there. It's quite fun watching them. I've also been to a similar thing up in Aviemore, but that was about 20 years ago, and it was spectacular too. And I went to that one. I don't know if anybody watching is old enough to remember the Nimble bread advertisements in the UK. If you do, you probably remember the song, she flies like a bird in the sky, aye, because she's so light because she eats Nimble bread. And this girl supposedly is in the basket, flying high in the sky. And it did fly. I don't think she was in the basket, but when I was at Aviemore, I met the actual pilot of, you know, that particular balloon in the advertisement. That was his claim to fame. I've been in one once, about 4 years ago in Turkey, and it wasn't at all terrifying. It was quite a sublime experience. Hello, thanks Deborah, that's very nice. Thank you very much. I don't know if Deborah's left a comment. I'm sorry if I don't get round to comments, but I'm busy walking and it's very bright, and when it's bright like this it's quite difficult to see the screen as well. Yeah, flying in a basket in a balloon in Turkey was fantastic. I think I have got a video of it somewhere, but it's probably quite small. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have. Not the best, it was all filmed on an iPad. Leaning over the balloon and praying we didn't drop the iPad a few hundred feet on top of somebody. Well, to be fair, there was nobody down below us. It was a fairly desert area. So there we are. Interesting to see the names as well, to see which names are common in different areas. Brownlees, Cosser, Giffen, MacArthur, McCrory, Mitchell, Muldoon, Watson, Watt, Young. That was in the Cameron Highlanders. Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders. We've got William Gilmer, Thomas Knowles, James Moran, William Owens, John Wiseman, Seaforth. Sad, isn't it? And then Seaforth Highlanders, William Howitt and William B. Howitt. One from Townhead Street, one from Chapel Road. And they're brothers, father and son. Yeah. Brave people. Yeah, there we go. Well, this is a great vantage point. Well, that there's the church I was telling you about. If you can stand it, I'll zoom in a bit, but I have to do this with my iPhone on the screen like that, and it tends to make a noise. Yeah. So I flew up round about that, down by the clock face, and then back from it. So I'll try and put that up sometime soon. I've still got yesterday's adventures to put into an edited form as well. I did the live stream from Cumbernauld Palace Riggs Country Park. but also did the some proper filming from there as well. The hotel. Scott, you're asking. Yeah, so I see now you're asking. It's not that convenient. Let's see, where are we? It's actually difficult to recognise where you are from up here, strangely enough. I think that's the street I came along by the Aldi. So the way to use Kilbride is on up there, I think. I think the Straven Hotel is over on that side of the town. Yeah, you'll get it quicker on Google Maps. Yeah, okay. What a view. My goodness, how far can you see from here? This is wonderful. And if you want to see the biggest terrestrial wind farm, possibly in Europe, I'm not sure if I'm lying, but I think it may well be in Europe, not just in the UK. That's it there in the distance, you see them? I don't know how good the signal is. I'll try and zoom in on a few of them. Convince you they're there. There you go. Can't quite remember how many. I think it might be a couple of hundred of those. It's certainly a big wind farm. You can see it going for miles. You go to the Clyde coast for the day and you start to come back towards Glasgow, East Kilbride, you start seeing these things fairly soon. So it's spread over quite a distance. Oh, sorry if you're getting blinded by the sun. Men who fell in the Second World War. And also the Great War. The men of Avondale. We are in Avondale. This is a Strathaven, if you're pronouncing it wrongly. Straven is the correct pronunciation of the place. Although it's written as Strathaven. So we're in Avondale. The River Avon is some direction from here. I can't quite work it out just now. Oh, I see something I recognise. Can you see a bump on the horizon? Right in the middle of the picture, I think, a bump on the horizon. That's one of the hills which I flew a drone around. Last year, I think. I don't think I've done it this year. So again, if you look at my drone videos, one of them is from there. Gonna get blinded again, I'm afraid. Sorry about that. Okay, let's take a walk. Yeah, let's take a walk. Yeah, Spectacle Falls is a wonderful place, Scott, you're right. Well worth a visit. Everybody looking in, if you want to say in the chat just where you're looking in from, it's always nice. Always interesting for me to know that I have viewers scattered over the globe. and beyond, who knows. Because we are in central Scotland here, UK. Does anybody want to see an old bit of the graveyard before I go out of this place? Yeah, is it NM68? Yeah, this is Straven. If you're looking it up, if you're Googling it, look up Strath, that's S-T-R-A-T-H, Avon, A-V-O-N, or E-N, Strathaven, it looks like. It's pronounced Straven. And it's in Central Belt, Scotland. Probably about an hour's drive from Glasgow. I was saying earlier that a graveyard is a good place to get an idea of the age of a town, for example. You can find out what the oldest gravestone is. See how long people have been living and dying here. So some of these are kind of old, not terribly old. Oh, it's a sad one, a sad one. So what have we got? Can you read this yourselves, or can I read it for you? Yeah, the Glasgow area, really. In loving remembrance of Margaret Cumming, grocer, is that grocer? Grocer Todsill, who fell asleep. It's a nice description, isn't it? He fell asleep 11th September 1883, aged 71 years. Also, Lizzie Cumming, his granddaughter. What's that first name? I thought it was Margaret, it said. It looks like, I can't quite see it. It's a him. Yep, can't make out the name. If anybody else can, please let me know what you think it is. Also, Lizzie Cumming, his granddaughter, who fell asleep 16th July 1884, just the following, less than a year later, aged 4 years. See, these are the sad things you come across. Also, Anne Nichol, his wife, died 9th of August 1890, which is 6 years later, aged 73. Also, his 3 grandsons, William, aged 19, James and John, twins, aged 15, accidentally drowned at Gourock. That's one of our coastal towns on the Clyde estuary. 20th July 1908. Much loved children of James and Mary Cumming. That is a sad one, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, so we're, the earliest we've got then is 1883 so far. There's another 1883. So we need to look about and see if there's anything older than that. I don't know where they started interring people in here. Let's go down a bit and have a look. Look for any unusual stories as we go. It's a nice description, isn't it? Just, they fell asleep. It's a kind way to put it. And you have to appreciate our health service. You have to appreciate the advances in medicine when you see these things. And in looking after babies during the youngest stages. 8 months, look at that. 29 years. Janet Alston, 29 years. Lydia Alston, aged 8 months. Elizabeth Falconer in infancy. John Mackay, aged 13 years and lost his, 15 years and lost his life, who died 72 years. Yeah. Yeah, interesting. That's an old looking one, but surely it's not any older than any of the rest. Let's go and have a look. It's 1882. When you see people dying so young, you wonder what the disease was. In those days, you could have had cholera, tuberculosis, and that's another sad one. Drowned at sea, age 21. Another old looking one. The weavers. Ah. I don't know where the weavers is, but yeah, I'll need to have a look as I go around then. Spot the weavers. This is in Straven. Big Corky. Crosby. Died 1881. You hear that noise, the bird call? Bird of prey. There it goes again. Just to let people see who's making all the noise here, apart from the bird of prey. Thanks very much for joining in, everybody. That's very good. I always feel it's worthwhile when I get, 40 or 50 people looking in. It's fantastic. I've got 54 just now. Yeah. I said yesterday during a live stream in Cumbernauld that I've got, what do they call it? A shed load of data to use up. Thanks to my phone company making me an offer I couldn't refuse. And I checked it this morning and I've hardly used any. And I've got only 11 days of the month to go before I get another shed load. So I'm doing a lot of live streaming. Partly because I've got all the data to use, and partly because it's quite fun doing it. Once you get used to the idea of doing it, the first time I did it, it's a bit like the first time you put up a YouTube video with yourself in it. It's slightly terrifying, but once you've done it, it's fine. And the other good thing about it is that you don't have to edit anything. It's just sort of what you see is what you get business. Of course, if I fall down a hole during it, then that's going to be there as well. But yeah, you know what I mean. Well, I'll turn this round so you can see the bit behind it. It looks like it might be older. I don't know. Let's turn this round again. I can hardly see things. It's so bright today. It's a great day. There we go. So we're trying to beat, what was it? 1884 or something like that. Was there anything earlier? I've forgotten now. I can't see the bump. Oh, I can't see the bump on the hill. Yeah, Loudon Hill. I should have mentioned the name. It's gone out of my head. Can you see the bump on the horizon? Yeah, it should be. Yeah, there's a bump on the horizon just to the right of that nice, brightly lit up house. Loudon Hill. Cracking video, drone video of that from, I think it was last year I did it. From quite a distance. There's a statue in front of it, a sculpture called, I think, the Spirit of Scotland, made of steel or something, and it has a hole in the middle of it, so I was quite daring. I managed to fly through the hole. So please have a look at that. Yeah, I've got a playlist of drone videos, and it will be in the playlist of drone videos. Oh, this is interesting. If I can show you this. A flat stone will turn my selfie stick down a bit so I can lift this up over and maybe you can see it. I hope you can see it. It says, "Here lies the corpse." Oh, what's written on the edge? "Here lies the corpse of William Pearson and John Barry." Something. Just go around to read it. John Barry. Shot. This is an interesting one. John Barry, who I suppose that was shot to death for their adhering to the word. Oh, I think we're starting at the top again. It's written in a spiral, I think. Adhering to the word of God and our covenant. Oh, it's a Covenanter's grave. I need to do a video on Covenanters, a kind of religious, political mini war that went on, and something that's 1685. 1685. Just something as 10 martyrs, several who fell by Captain and Bloody Bell. Oh, posterity shall... I can't make it out. Can we get that? Posterity shall... something to death. I don't know. Well, that's obviously an artistic one. It's a Covenanter's grave. It could be, yeah, there's Drumclog. Yeah, I've got a big book on that called, it's an ancient book, it must be about 100 years old, called The Scots Worthies. And it goes through a lot of this Covenanter business with some nice, not photographs obviously, but engravings or whatever you call them, renewed by the reformers of Avondale at the passing of the Reform Bill. So the Reform Bill was eventually passed Anno Domini 1852, maybe. Wow, that's interesting. I'm going to enjoy later looking at all the chat comments here. I'm sorry I can't really do it just now. Oh, I just wish that one was a bit more readable. That looks ancient, doesn't it? No way I'm going to read that. Yeah, I think maybe a video on the Covenanters business is long overdue. I've been to a few places where there are Covenanters graves. Yeah, if you're looking in, you can see one of the commenters there is Scott. If you have a look at his channel, Scott's Land channel, is very much a history and like social history channel. Definitely worth looking up. He knows his Scottish history much better than I do. That's interesting. Now you've got the hourglass to remind us that Tempus Fugit, or maybe that indicates if it's lying on its side, time has ended for him. I wonder if that's the case. Don't have to worry about time anymore once you're dead. 1816, I think it was in 1816. Yeah, that must have been a thing. Hourglass on its side. St. Gideon of Dyke Head. Don't know, maybe Dyke Head is a farm. Oh, here's one that's older. I'm getting into the old part now, I think. Margaret Browning. Born April with an E in the end. It's interesting how spelling changes. 1744, died 1792, aged 54. Yeah. If you had good genes, then you survived to quite an age. If you didn't have good enough genes, I think the germs got you. Ah, interesting. Corky. Yeah, those were terrible times. Violent times. On the way up, I took a photograph of that plaque and the monument, so I'll share that. What I thought we'd do is take a few of the snapshots I've taken today and the drone clips as well, and just put them together as a views of a little Scottish village. Simple as that. What's that one? 1766. Yeah, getting older. (1852) one place. When it gets to this stage, who knows? You're probably going to do more damage cleaning off the moss. It's a pity we can't do live streams in, you know, horizontal mode, landscape mode. I guess it's aimed at people doing live streams from their bedroom with flashy lights behind them, things like this, neon signs. Agnes Curry, Henry Beveridge, they're all 1800s, looking for older. Apologies for the wind noise, there's probably a bit of wind noise. If you're new to looking at my channel, I'm Terry and I normally do live streams if I'm up on a mountain somewhere, as I did this week already. It depends very much on the signal. It's sometimes quite surprising. I was up about 1,500 feet earlier this week, miles away from anywhere really, but the signal was crisp and clear, and I think it was mainly because there was a new phone mast fitted on the hill, and it was so new it didn't have electricity reaching it, so it was powered by an electricity generator powered by diesel. So my joke on the title was something like, you know, in the title was cell phones powered by diesel or something like that, and the signal was brilliant. On the other hand, you can go into Glasgow city centre, into the big park, Kelvin Grove Park, and the signal is mince. It's terrible. You hardly get a good signal at all. But that was the case up a hill yesterday actually. The signal wasn't great, it was very windy and blowy. Anybody who watched that one yesterday, thank you very much for watching it, and for the couple of likes I picked up for it as well. It was wild. We got rained on, the sleet came on us as well, or was it snow? I think it was sleet came on, and you had the potential for getting hypothermic if you really weren't prepared for the weather. But being in a hiking club, we're all stalwarts, we know what we're doing. Could be famous last words, but we generally know what we're doing. And we have good waterproofs, extra clothes to put on, neckies, woolly hats and all the rest of it. Good boots are essential. Yeah. That's that one. Ah, there's some by the wall here. I'll turn this round, but there's some by the wall. Yeah, pretty incomplete though, sadly. I suppose when they get old enough there are no relatives around. And that one looks decidedly dangerous. Look at that. I'd imagine a couple of those bricks came away, unless it's fastened at the back. Yeah, I wouldn't like to be too close to that on a windy day. Wow, it's cracking day, can't believe it. Another old one. Do we have any dates? No. Good old stones that after 100 years or two they can be forgiven for becoming more like that one, I guess. Yeah, it's when you get people dying, kids dying, 13 years and 4 months. Something, only child of Reverend James Allen, died 6th of May 1887, aged 13 years and 4 months. That's, yeah, sad times. Everybody has sadness, I suppose, one kind or another. And we'll back up to the better views, where you can see again a bit more of Straven. If you've dropped in, this is Terry's Travels. I'm Terry and I appreciate you having a look. This is central Scotland, a village called Straven. I'm just looking around the graveyard. I'll maybe make a proper video of clips today. I've got some drone clips to share from today. I flew around that church over there. I was down in front of the church and launched a drone from just in front of it. And Straven has a castle. I couldn't work out how to get into the castle, and I think possibly you're not allowed in. It's maybe too much of a wreck and dangerous. So I went across the road and I flew my drone over it and got some shots. So I'll share that as well, along with a few photographs I've taken today. So please have another look and check my channel and you'll see that video appearing. Maybe not today, because I've got one I'm working on today from yesterday's mountain trip, hill trip. In fact, yesterday's trip, I'm talking nonsense, yesterday's trip wasn't the hill trip, it was the Cumbernauld Palace Rig Country Park trip. So it was really a fall video, showing you the colours and so on in the Scottish countryside. Albaggy Brath. Oh, I wish I had the language. How much charge have I got on this phone actually? I'm busy chatting away and not thinking about the charge. I'm okay. It hasn't warmed me, I've got 20% left, so at least I've got more than 20%. Let's go for a walk. Do you want to see down in Straven a little bit? I can take you for a walk. There we are. Oh, that's a strange sign. What on earth does that mean? Interesting. So, where do I go? I think I came up this way. I did. I came up this way. Now going down the hill from the graveyard into Straven village itself. It'll start to get noisy, I'm afraid, because of the traffic, which you can hear already. If it does get busy, I'll be far too embarrassed to start talking to myself. Maybe I won't. I'll pretend that I've got something in my ear, one of these earpieces, and I'm chatting to somebody on the phone. I'm of course of that age where I still think it's quite amusing and a bit odd to see people walking along the street, talking to themselves apparently. 50 years ago they'd be getting locked up. Some were safe. Alright, let's turn this. Hello, excuse me, Resnili Nayazi from Turkey. Yeah, brilliant. That's great. It's always great to know where people are calling in, as it were, chatting in from. Thank you. Have a nice day. Well, I can turn this round a bit so that we can see. There we go, where we're going. No pavement on this side, so let's walk across the road when we get the chance. Whoops. What you have to be aware of when you're flying a drone anywhere really, is other people using the sky space. It can be helicopters. I say this because I can hear a helicopter. Can you hear it? What did I tell you? And along with that there's a small airport, we call it an airport. There's a place you can, I think, launch gliders from, small planes. They have their own little airport. So you just have to keep your eyes open for anything up there. Well, I'm getting blinded by the sun. I don't know how you're managing. Thank you. Now, oh, there you go. I told you there was a castle here, didn't I? Right, who can spot the castle? Oh, yeah. I can think of one or two drone pilots that I follow who would fly through those windows. Drawing room, drawing room. Drawing room by day, the parlour by night. Oh yeah, looks like they do something from there, burgers or whatever when it's open, maybe. Place to sit and have a drink, isn't it? And watch the busy traffic rattling by. Yeah, I've changed my mind about that. Now, if you're going to the Spectacle E Falls, Scott mentioned that road up there. That's the way to go, Sanford Road. You head for Sanford, after about, I don't know, a few hundred yards outside the Straven boundary, there's a signpost across a field on the left towards the river. And if you follow that, it takes you down to a wooden bridge. You cross that, turn right when you've crossed it, and follow the river all the way up to Sanford. Now what people tend to do, I think, and we did that as well, is go right up to Sanford, walk back along the road, back into Straven. I wouldn't do that the next time I do it, because the road walk is not that interesting. I would just turn tail and go back the way I've come, because it's actually another viewpoint if you do that. Let's have a look over here. Well, one of the things I love about Straven is that it has water running through it. That's interesting, Corky, I didn't know that. River Face was actually trying for Straven. That makes sense, doesn't it? I don't suppose he wanted to land in a field near Eaglesham. Whoops, sorry, tuck myself in. Oh dear, I could have been hooked up on the side of an Aleco mirror. That's looking at the other way. Yeah, it's a narrow road. My backpack was sticking out quite a bit. I'm just about to be run over by a car. Didn't know this was two-way. That's the benefit of live stream, you never know what's going to happen. I survived that one. Ah, brilliant. The guy was very nice about it. That's indeed, he should be. The road is ours if you're a pedestrian. I'll have a look at this bridge and mention something about the restaurant. Yeah, I used to work in a further education college in Clydebank, and one of my colleagues who taught maths was a gentleman called Kiwal Nahar. And I mention this because his son at one time owned this restaurant here, I believe. I don't know if it was called the Tal when he had it, but yeah. Kiwal is no longer with us, but yeah, okay, let's walk around. I'll show you the one or two notable things. This is Straven. If you've just looked in recently, it's not Strathaven, so resist that. Just keeping out the traffic here. Alexander Taylor, great bakers. Great bakers. It's a busy little bit. And that bit there, I reckon that should be one way, as I thought it was. Yeah, they also have a nice deli across the road, and both parts of it are good. So buy a pie or a bridie, you get excellent stuff in those shops. Right, I think I can get across the road now. And there's the same stream again. yeah, as I say, I love places with a stream running through. I wouldn't mind living in a place like this. I've always liked to. Oh, I'm getting the smell of baking. Oh, must be lunchtime, is it? What time is it? 1:45. Is that 1:45? Wow, it is lunchtime.
We have got to get for next time, wouldn't we?
Yeah. I might just pick myself up something for lunch out of there. Yeah. Before that, I'll show you the village green, and then I'll maybe come back and grab a bread or a pie or a sausage roll or something. This parking area is called the village green. A nice little art shop. I've been in there before. And that's one of my favourite series of books. You see those little books there? Ayrshire, Arran, Lanarkshire, 40 favourite walks, coast and country walks. That's a great little series. They cost about £7 each, I think. And they're really good. Yeah, good little art shop. So this is, I think it's the common green, they call it. The main parking space up the top there or in the middle. Looks like you have 30 minutes parking. And it's that time of year again.
You're still going to buy some more. Yeah.
I'll just steak pie for Christmas. I'll do turkey for Christmas. Phew. Okay. Always liked that place. I love the look of it. Isn't that a cracker? I'm just going to wave to myself as well in the window. Nice Tudor look to it. Old enough. Right, I'll take a little walk down there next and I'll let you see where I did my drone shots of the church earlier today. I think I'm going to take some money and get myself something to eat in the park. Right, I won't try and get my money out over here because I'll probably drop it into the stream. Right, it's good. Sorry if I'm repeating myself, but this is Terry on Terry's Travels channel in the village of Straven. See if I can get a pie or something in here to eat. Thank you very much. Cheers. Any hot pies or rides in here? No.
No.
Across the road?
Sorry. They wouldn't have any
What did you say?
do toast in hot soup and stuff like that to take out if that's...
I'll have a wee look to see what they have. Thanks very much. Cheers. Yes, okay. To go elsewhere. Really nice place, but I might get something elsewhere. Hot pie. I don't know why they wouldn't have hot pies across the road. Let's see if there's another baker's. Right, I'm now getting a 10% battery sign coming up, so I'll need to cause you some noise in a minute. I'll find a bench and I'll plug in some charge. Okay, there's some noise coming up as I plug in. Let's try again. Okay, business. Yes. Oh, right, here we go. Later. Oh, Greg's, that's like Greg's. Civilization, you're saved. Oh, happy days. What have you got this hot? Coffee dog or ladies or taking a little bit. Yes please, I'll have a half a beans and breakfast. Yeah, no thanks. much. Go on, thanks a lot. Cheers. Oh, brilliant. Salted and apple Danish. And a sausage roll. Can't go wrong. Right, quick as I can, down to the church mark there and get eating. I brought an insulated cup of coffee with me today, so that's that. Ready for me. Oh, I feel better already, just feeling that warm sausage roll in my hand. How's the signal holding up, folks? I hope you can hear me now. I've got a charge plugged in. Good picture or not so good? Now. Oh, this is lovely. Right. I think I'll just go over this side. What a beautiful place, isn't it? This is Straven, Central Belt, Scotland. Isn't it fantastic? Wait to see this church. If you're just here and you see this church, you'll recognise it when you go to my channel and look at one or two of my drone videos, because I put the drone up today just over where that red topped litter bin is. Sent the drone up, right up to the top of that thing, around it a bit and then down the front. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the footage is like. Should be good. There's a picnic table over there, that might be the very place for me. Imagine having this in the middle of your village. It's going to be fantastic. Somewhere with water running through, a pub just there, with outdoor seating by the stream, a few benches to sit on a warm day, and even a table for a picnic. And then over by the church, another couple of picnic tables, which I suppose are available for anybody the rest of the time. And the signage shops are just down that street there. And then you have this nice circular area with seating. The kind of seating that freezes your bum off though. Garden of Peace and Reconciliation. Wow, we certainly could do with some of that. Couldn't we? Definitely could do with some of that these days. Okay. Which way to sit. Let's sit over there. It's a nice looking bench. Full sun. I'll probably regret it once I sit down. Yeah, that was the one that I flew the drone up earlier, and I'll show you on my channel in a little video, maybe tomorrow. What's happening tomorrow? No, probably not tomorrow. Not Wednesday, maybe Thursday. Right, what I'm going to do is try to work out how to use my selfie stick as a tripod. I think I have. Yay, it's unfolded anyway. Sorry about all the shaking about. I managed to unfold it. I don't know quite how to make it stay put. Once it's unfolded. All advice is welcome. This thing has to come down onto it. And then try. So if you're still there, you're very patient. Thank you very much for hanging around. I'll let you see it. There's my selfie stick. I managed to get these blades unfolded as a tripod. But how do I make it stable? I don't know how to do that. These kind of look as if they're upside down. Yeah, okay, that's not going to work, is it? Oh, right, okay. I'm just gonna have to pack it in, I'm afraid, and have my lunch. So to say thank you very much for looking in. It's actually very hot now, so zip a little bit. Oh, it's already been roasted. It's turned out to be a brilliant day. All the better because so many of you looked in on my wandering around the village of Straven. So thanks very much again. Very kind of you, much appreciated, and I'm trying to do this so I can see in the shadow, although I can't see. Yeah, do have a look, please subscribe, and if you've subscribed already, I much appreciate it. Thank you very much indeed. Bye and have a nice day. Just need to figure out where the switching off button is now. Boom.